Because there's something in us that goes, I want to accomplish something. I want to do something for the King. I want to build something. That's why we love all those sports stories, right? Where we're at the halfway point of the football game, Al Pacino gets up and he gives us the big speech that changes our life, right? We're in hell right now, gentlemen. We can stay here, get the junk kicked out of us, or we can fight our way back into the light. 1 inch at a time, we can climb out of hell. And he looks at his football team, and he says, I've made every mistake a middle-aged man can make. I've given away all my money, chased off anyone who ever loved me, and lately I can't stand the face I see in the mirror. See, when you get old in life, things get taken from you. But you only learn that when you start losing stuff. You learn that life, like football, is this game of inches. 1/2 a step too left, too right, you don't quite catch it. 1/2 a pace too slow, too fast, you don't quite make it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. And on this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch because we know when you add up all those inches, that's going to make the difference between living and dying. That's going to make the difference between winning and losing. And if I'm going to have any life anymore, it's because I'm willing to fight and die for that inch, because that's what living is, the 6 inches in front of your face. Now, I can't make you do it. You got to look to the guy next to you. Look into his eyes. And I think you're going to see a guy who will go that inch with you. I think you're going to see a guy who will sacrifice himself because he knows that you're going to do the same for him. That's a team. And either we heal now as a team or we will die as individuals. See, that's a good word for the church to hear that. That's a good. Now, let's ask this question. Let's step back and ask this question. What in the world would a person memorize that speech for? What is happening? Why would someone in their right mind spend the hours trying to memorize that thing? Because I was 20 years old and I was cutting grass for a living, all right? And I was making $8 an hour. But I aspired to something great. So I'd be cutting the grass going, that's what living is. The 6 inches in front of your face. Al Pacino is going to kick me in the butt, make me successful, because that's what we want. We want a coach, we want a guide to sit us down halfway and say, we're in hell right now, gentlemen. Let's get out of it. Let's do something great with our life. And here's what I think you've been pitched. That Christianity wants to suck that out of you and say that it's wrong. And Paul just said, you were created not only to sit and do nothing, but to do something with your life, to do something great. That's why you love the rags to riches stories. That's why you love the stories where evil is defeated. Have you ever thought to yourself, why in the world do I connect to this stuff? Because God built it within you because he wants you to do it. He wants you to co-labor with him, Paul says in 1 Corinthians, to be someone who fights alongside of him, to actually put into play in the world the accomplishment of the cross and the resurrection. And you have 2 options. You can either mock it and continue going on with your life and live without the story that really has no good ending. Or you can follow him. You can be humble enough to repent and believe. See, what are all these stories about?